What is up, guys? We have two props in front of us today which look the same, but they are not. They are actually, upon close inspection, quite different. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about accuracy. Anyone who is getting into replica props or making props or even cosplay for that matter, this topic comes up all the time. When is it accurate enough? If it's not accurate, you know, does it belong in the trash can? Is it even worth collecting? Now, what we're looking at, what's in front of us, this is the Nostromo laser pistol from the original Alien, 1979. I think that they only showed the shot in the director's cut or in a later cut. Regardless, I love this thing. On this side here, we've got a very accurate prop, and on this side, we have something fan-made, significantly less accurate. I want to talk about how they both have a place in my collection, even though this one isn't all that accurate upon inspection. In the replica prop world, there are going to be a lot of folks you're going to find out there who are going to crap all over anything that isn't 100% screen accurate. For those of you who work in the film industry or work in something adjacent to the film industry, you know better than anyone that screen accurate can mean a lot of different things. There are often many different versions of a prop on set with slightly varying details or paint jobs when you really get down into the minutia. There are stunt versions, which are a different animal. There's damage that can be done to a prop during production, meaning that the way the prop is shot in a couple scenes varies from another. So screen accurate is such a more complicated question than it appears. This thing ended up costing me a pretty penny, but I wanted a freaking accurate, great blaster from this movie in my collection, so boom, there it is. In the meantime, in searching for this thing, I developed a bit of an addiction to this particular movie weapon that didn't go away after I finished this one. So later, I scored this prop over here. This one came from Europe. I believe it was fan built. That is not a real scope on the bottom. It's just assembled from bits and pieces. The scope up top is not totally accurate. Here's the trick. This thing cost me about 5 times as much as this one. Holy crap, that's a major price difference. Think about that for a minute. 5 times. How many other projects could I have done if I'd been willing to suck it up and deal with the inaccurate version of this blaster? But I wasn't, and I think a lot of you out there won't be either. You just have to know where and how to draw that line. When I get a piece that's super accurate that I really dig, especially when I've had to hunt for it or put a lot of work into making it, I'm not going to want that thing handled. I'm going to want it behind glass. I'm going to become precious about it. And it's nice to have a version, handle a version which doesn't bring me to that point, which is where this guy comes in. I keep this out on display for people to handle and talk about. It's out on display with my Alien EVA spacesuit. So don't get suckered into that argument about, is it accurate enough? You know, is it even worth collecting? Is it worth making if it's not going to be 100%? There's a place for both of these things. Collect and make what you enjoy. Do not give into the negativity about everything having to be 100% accurate, because I can tell you that is a journey and a labor of love that is not for the faint of heart, and it's certainly not for everyone. Now, here's the other point I'll make. If you're going to go ahead and buy a prop, if you're paying up, if it's an expensive piece, it really should be pretty accurate. And you got to think long and hard about buying a piece that is expensive but not accurate. That's where you can really get into trouble, and that is something I would tend to avoid. So 2 props that are the same but different. I hope you guys took a little something away from this today. And if nothing else, you got to see a little bit more of my addiction to props from the original Alien. All right, guys, we've got more videos coming up soon. Please make sure to like and subscribe and check back soon for more stuff. We'll talk later. Bye.